It's time for the Down Bad Debate.
All right, tonight's Down Bad Debate is going to be a little bit different. We're going to try something a little bit different than we usually do. We usually just put some sort of graphic up and kind of debate on what we got going on. We are still going to have a debate, but we had a controversial statement, surprise from Fries, from Draymond Green, and it was an interesting topic. And so we're going to go ahead and play this segment for you right quick, and then we're going to give our thoughts and see if we agree on what he's thinking here. Oops. Take it away, Draymond.
About
time now. Thanks.
how great playing on Christmas Day is, how much of an honor it is. And yes, it is an honor to be considered one of the draws, the great draws that is in the NBA. When I say draws, I mean media attention, eyeballs, people wanting to see, people being interested in the particular team is great. To play on a day where everybody's watching, it's incredible. All of those things are great, but two things can be true at once. Playing on Christmas Day also fucking sucks. And the reason it sucks is, number one, what I just said, it can affect your mood. Number two, we are human beings, and just like everyone else, enjoy Christmas Day with their families. That kind of gets messed up for us in their homes or on a vacation with their families making memories. We don't get that opportunity. So I hate when people are like, oh man, it's an honor to play on Christmas Day. People should shut up. Like, no, you should shut up, because whether you played on Christmas Day or not, I don't really care of the perspective, whether it's the perspective of someone that played on Christmas Day or someone that has never come close to playing on Christmas Day, or an NBA game for that matter. My stance on it is the same. Playing on Christmas Day is great. It's fun. You get all the eyeballs, but you miss family time. And so for all of those that you should be honored, honored to miss your family time, honored to miss your kids opening gifts, honored to leave your kid and go to work because no one works on Christmas Day. So we're going to work, right? So everybody say, oh man, it's this great honor. I just want to give you a little perspective.
All right, well, Draymond Green always has something to say. Mr. G. Mike, you found this one. What's your perspective on this one? Does he have a point? Is he speaking the truth? Is this something you agree with?
I agree and disagree at the same time. I feel like, and I must just speak from the disagreement side first because of the experience that I've been in. Yeah, I've never played an NBA game, and I will never play an NBA game for sure. And that's something that people that haven't played in the NBA, they can't really speak on. That they say you can't really speak on, but I feel like you can, just because you don't have the same perspective as that person that's in the game. You could have your own perspective as someone out the game and just watching the game, right? I've worked on Christmas. It definitely sucks. It's just not the end of the world, right? But I do understand what he's saying, that he'd rather be at home sometimes and be with his kids and play with his kids, watch them open their presents and all that. I truly believe that he really believes that. But I would bet a lot of money that if he never played on Christmas Day, he would be advocating on why the Golden State Warriors have never played on Christmas Day, why they never been chosen to play on Christmas Day. So I think it's a double-edged sword. I do agree with what he's saying, that playing on Christmas Day must suck for sure because you want to be with your family and friends. But I'm pretty sure that he would want to play on Christmas Day before he's ever played on Christmas Day, that he would want to play that day because it is a special moment. The NFL is trying to take over Christmas now for the last 3 years, but the NBA has always had Christmas Day. It's always had 5 or 4 games going throughout the day, and people love to tune in and watch NBA on Christmas because they're at home watching these professional athletes go around and dribble a basketball and try to make some points and put it in the hoop. But I really believe that there's a double-edged sword to it. I do think that he wants to be at home with his family and friends and watch them open up gifts. But I am pretty sure that he loved the experience on playing on Christmas Day as well.
What's your thoughts, BC?
So I tend to agree a little bit more with the humanistic side of Draymond. As far as for me, I've never really worked on Christmas, especially like well in sports though too. Especially like most of the teams I played for, they haven't had that marketability to be able to play on Christmas Day, so it's kind of been a little bit of a blessing. Some people be like, "Wow, like that sucks," like you never get to do a Christmas game. But for me, I love being home with my family on Christmas, even at other jobs where you would have to work on Christmas. If it's a weekend, like at Universal, I make sure that I take that day off. I make sure I take Thanksgiving off. Just because for me, it does mean that much, and I think that it's something we can't really go back in time and kind of fix. Because your grandparents will say, well, back in my day, everybody took Christmas off. Everywhere was closed across the country, and for me, yeah, I would say I think that that's a beautiful thing. Like, yeah, everybody just put down work for one day, go home, be with family, be with friends, just be with people. Even if maybe you're far away from your family and you can't go home and visit them, see if there's somebody that will invite you over. Just be around people, there's just something beautiful about just being able to spend time with the ones you love. So for me, I definitely do understand where he's coming from. And again, like you're saying, G Mike, I do think you are right as well. Where if he had never played an NBA game on Christmas Day, he might probably be curious about what's the novelty, what's the curiosity about that. I've never done this before. But I think because he has done it for so long, and it's just kind of now him and his team, they're just kind of seen as an attraction. It's like, why do I keep doing this thing where I'm missing time with my family? And for what? Another year of continuing to miss Christmas. I get it. It's cooler, but it kind of loses its luster after a while. And so I think for me, that's why I just tend to side more with the, I guess, for lack of a better term, just traditional side of I'd rather be with my family. I'd rather spend time with my family because, you know, there's always going to be time for work, whether it's in basketball or whether it's post basketball. But family time with your family, you never know when those times come to an end. And so it's like it's really important, at least for me. I know everybody's different, but for me, I want to cherish that time that I have with family, like being able to see my kids grow up one day, being able to grow old with my wife. It to me, it means that much more.
Yeah, and I think you definitely have valid points. It's very it's a tricky, touchy subject for some people. Whatever.
Yeah.
I think the problem I have with what he's saying is one of the last statements that he said, and it was the fact that nobody works on Christmas Day. That's not true at all. That's where I kind of get even kind of frustrated about it, because I've had a lot of experience. I work in a hospital on it for a regular day where there are plenty of people are working in there because people have to take care of it. I was also in the military. Whenever I was in the military, we were out to sea and taking care of people on Christmas Day. So the fact that you have this thought that it's so special that you're playing for 3 hours to play basketball on Christmas Day, to be entertaining, to do a profession that you love, that you would love to be, and that you love to be a part of. That's where I kind of get frustrated on it. Now I understand it. I'm not going to be a total dick about the whole thing. All I'm saying is that you have to kind of think sometimes whenever you're making statements like nobody works on Christmas Day, because there's plenty of people that work on Christmas Day, and do they want to? Not necessarily, but they have to, and they do it. And then they do it, and they go spend time with their family whenever they can. So the fact of that you're making this whole thing about that you have to play on Christmas Day, I understand the fact of, yes, it is a little bit of a sacrifice that you have to make, that you're going to miss a little bit of time with your family and stuff, but it's playing basketball in front of a bunch of people. And the other aspect is that it's a family thing as well, is that a lot of people get together and watch these games because they're excited, and it is an entertaining thing. So you could also look at it as that aspect of that you are bringing joy to a lot of people that are at home or doing whatever they are to do. It's a break for them as well. So that's where I get the fact of nobody works on Christmas Day. That line, I think, is where I lose him. I understand what he's talking about, but to make such a broad statement, that's not really fair.
Yeah.
He really shouldn't have said that, for sure. 100%. He shouldn't have said that because it's like us, right? Like, I really hope that we get to the point that we could be this big time reporters across the nation, wherever the hell it might be. You know, I really hope that that does happen for us. But like I was talking about it with my wife the other day, what that comes with, we're gonna have to work on holidays. I hope you guys know that. Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, Halloween, Valentine's Day. It doesn't matter. We're gonna have to work those holidays, right? So it's like you wanted the profession, and it's not like Draymond Green got drafted in the 1950s. No, Draymond Green was drafted in 2011. Yeah. NBA Christmas has been going on for a long time. So you know what you signed up for, and it's a very high possibility if you think that you're a great player and you're going to be on a great team and you think you're going to win championships. That comes, excuse me, that comes with playing on Christmas, because you're going to be one of the top teams that they're going to choose to play on Christmas. So I know what he's saying, that it sucks, and for sure it sucks 100%. That must suck, playing on Christmas, just like when I had to work on Christmas, when other people out there that are more important at their jobs than I am have to work on Christmas. Like, it sucks, but like Steve said, you got to do it, and it shouldn't be oh yeah, this and that, oh I hate it, and oh whatever, oh nobody works on Christmas or whatever. No, it shouldn't be that negative connotation. It should just be like, you know what, I'm on a grateful platform, on a grateful sport. I'm grateful to be on a good team that they want me to play on Christmas. You know what? I'm gonna be grateful about it.
Yeah. Well, and I think there's ways though too that you can maybe help mitigate some of, like I do get it that you're gonna have people are gonna want to see the big teams sometimes, but have teams on rotations every few years or something like that. So then that way maybe some players get it off, some players work it. So that way it's kind of spread out a little bit. Maybe have the players' families be able to kind of come together and go to the games, so that way they can at least have their family with them. They're not that far away from them. Just stuff like that, where you can kind of help have a little bit of bring some of the holiday cheer back to the players. But like you guys said though too, it's not just the players that are there. You got to think there's commentators that are commenting on all the games. There's camera operators, there's engineers, so many different people. Exactly. And I was just speaking specifically to the broadcast. You also got the in-house production. You've got security, parking. There's so many people that do have to work those games for you. So it is one of those where everybody does have to pitch in and do it. And maybe there's something that the league can maybe do to kind of help offset that. Because again, we can't go back to we can't go back to the times where everything just shuts down. And even back then, like you said, Steve, you're military, you're overseas, you don't get to fly home for Christmas, not all the time, because you're stuck in some country somewhere. So it's one of those things where, how can we make the best of the situation? And it's good to raise awareness about it, but like you guys were saying, to just generalize it all like he did, that there definitely could have been a better way of saying it.
Yeah,
I
agree.
He just messed up there saying that no one works on Christmas or whatever. Dude, like, you're not really thinking. Police officers, EMTs, nurses, doctors, like you're not really thinking, dog.
Yeah.
I think that kind of sums it up really, of that you're not really thinking of all the other people. You're thinking of yourself. That's just in this situation that you have to go play basketball on Christmas Day. And if it's almost at the point of, like, if you're out of love of the game that much of it that you don't want to play on Christmas Day, that's supposed to be NBA's biggest day of the year, then you got some other things going on for you. I'm sorry, but
he's played long enough. He could call it a career.
I'm retired, buddy.
He could.
You're a 4-time champ, dude.
Yeah, defensive player of the year. Come on.
And on his team, he thinks he's the best player still. So you may have that going for you too. So